Again.
Teachers in Nigeria suffer from poor pay, poor working conditions, low morale, especially in public schools. These are some of the reasons discouraging Nigerian best graduates from joining the teaching profession.
Because what is happening in the society now, inflation rate is so high that we don't get any extra from anywhere.
We don't have adequate teaching personnel. So in many schools, some subjects are without teachers, and some teachers are overloaded because the population of the students is much. So you see a teacher teaching 6, 7, 8 classes.
If teachers are encouraged with better pay, they will definitely perform better. And then along the line, those teachers that whose students perform well should be encouraged, should be rewarded somehow. There should be a reward system for teachers whose students do well.
Stakeholders are now calling on corporate bodies and capable individuals to invest in education and not see it as a sole responsibility of government. They also stress the need to pay attention to information and communication technology in Nigerian schools. A well-motivated teaching staff remains a critical factor in educational development of Nigeria. This is why participants at the summit insist on training and retraining teachers who are saddled with the responsibility of not only teaching but grooming children from early age. Deputy Governor of Edo State Philip Shaibu says it has become imperative to change the narrative and get the private sector involved.
Government is already getting to a level of choking itself because of the lean resources, and that is where private sector will come in. Look at these teachers today, happy, and I'm made to understand that beyond the training they receive, they've also been given tablets and other data to leverage in what they have been taught. So the world is going global, and the only way we can compete and be global players is when we introduce technology in our system, and that is what Seplat have done. So I'm using this opportunity to ask other private sector to be part of this nation building. The only way we can get in Nigeria of our dream, and the only way even the private sector can grow to the level they want to, is when we collaborate.
A key example of corporate support to education is the recent training of 214 teachers and 39 inspectors of education from Edo and Delta states by Seplat Energy under its STEP program. Teachers were given necessary tools such as laptops and data.
I would say categorically and boldly that I have been empowered. I have become an exceptional teacher, and the truth is I am now innovative.
And what I learned is how to go beyond my field as a science teacher, incorporating art into my subject to make it broader and make the student understand better than they can. Understand better. Then another thing I learned is that as a teacher, you can go beyond being a classroom teacher and building a relationship with the student, which can also help them even in learning to increase their learning abilities.
Dr. Chioma Wachuku, the Director of External Affairs and Sustainability, Seplat, she speaks on the efforts made by the company to complement what the Edo and Delta State governments are doing in the educational sector.
And the program, as you have witnessed, we've been through it for a couple of months. We enabled these teachers with a workshop for a few days at the beginning, and subsequently gave them the technological tool with which they log on to the platform to benefit from the various courses that will teach them on STEAM education. So basically, with this program, we try to train secondary school teachers from Edo and Delta State for the first instance on skills, innovations, and technologies for deploying STEAM education to the students. We also provide the teachers an opportunity to connect with other teachers through a number of resources that are on this app. So they connect with their fellow teachers. So we create a community of teachers who are willing to be on the same pace. And then, of course, we provide the schools the resources to provide the right environment for STEAM implementation to enable the students engage in the interdisciplinary nature of STEAM.
Professor Fabian Ajogu, a lecturer of many years, is seeking a solution that will bridge the gap between schools in the rural areas and those in urban cities, especially in the area of technology. He is calling on the government at both the state and federal levels to create initiative and also allow private investors in the sector.
The beginning point is to acknowledge that education has a cost that someone must bear. And what the Seplat Teacher Empowerment Program does is to take part of that cost. The government has a role to play, private sector has a role to play, and even the beneficiaries of education have a role to play. First thing is be truthful and acknowledge that it has a cost. Then people can invest in it, and then people can commit resources. By investing in teachers, you are investing in things that they don't look tangible, like a 20-kilometer road, but you're investing in the future. It gives far better returns than subsidizing something that amounts to just consumption, and we don't know what we're subsidizing. So the whole thing about a STEP program is the Seplat Energy PLC's initiative to empowering teachers. We believe that that is the first point of reawakening education. Teachers deserve to be well paid, well looked after, because they shop in the same market, in the same inflationary environment.
Jemima Boloko, Arise News.